call and see me first thing next week. Bye.
Okay, Chrissy, we'll do some close-ups now. Nice, cheeky looks. Yeah. Good. Cheeky now. Look a bit more definite. Cheeky. That's terrific. Coming up.
I'm on schedule.
But you see, my dear, that's a most agreeable dream. Dreaming of ants is good. It means you'll have a large family. Mostly boys, I'm afraid. So noisy, always ruining one's concentration. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. It also means you are industrious and you will accumulate great wealth and independence. Now, what could be a more timely harbinger of good fortune just when you're about to launch into the business world? But back to the stars. Our shimmering friends in the celestial firmament. Only the stars hold the secret of our future. A future that is sealed at the minute of our birth. Which in your case is the 26th of September. Libran. Such a lovely sign. Such light creatures, Librans. 2 p.m. Is that the exact time of your birth?
Oh, I'm not sure. My mother's a little vague about the exact time.
Best to be exact as possible, my dear. From this information, I can give you a guide.
I don't want to... I want to know what's ahead of me so I can control it.
Really, darling, what would you? You never saw Garland at her peak. All you've got is a few reruns of her worst movies on television. That's Streisand with Nellie. Well, they're not even in the same street. Garland was an artist.
Peter the Pumpkin Eater. Had a wife. I couldn't keep her. Chrissy deserted you, has she? Well, never mind. Auntie Jimmy's here.
One is plenty.
Excuse me. Unnatural bastard.
put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her. Very well.
Have a letter typed up with this balance recorded and see it go in the afternoon post, please.
Afternoon, Miss Stevens. My husband. Only take a minute. Don't worry. Hello, darling.
Chris, why do you do that? Why do you behave like a spoiled child? Will you ever grow up? Can you not come in gently and not burst in as though fired from a cannon? Unannounced, I could have people working with me here.
That little mouse out there's got enough to do without wasting time announcing me. You make me sound like a train arriving.
The similarity is not so ridiculous. And why do you smoke those stupid cigars? They're unbearable, and the smell lingers forever.
Nonsense. The air conditioning cleans it up in no time. Henry Bucks are having a sale. So I bought you these.
Shirts.
You like them?
They're wonderful. I love them. Thank you, darling.
Well, at least I've done one thing right today.
Yes, you have. I love you. Go back to work.
You'll be home at the usual time?
Naturally, you've forgotten. We have Martin Hyde White and some of his clients coming for dinner tonight.
Well, you might have told me earlier. What are we going to give them to eat? It's Mrs. Blake's day off. Don't expect me to cook for your boring business friends.
I have arranged for Mrs. Blake to work today. She will cook the meal and serve it. As for telling you, I did. But as usual, you forgot. Now, will you please go home, be a good wife, and prepare the house? And prepare yourself. I want you to be beautiful. Go.
Would you come in, Miss Stevens?
I know it's going to come as a shock to you, Blaze, but you're actually supposed to put that stuff on the walls, not make dresses out of it. So will you get on with it, or we'll never get this show on the road?
Oh, damn it, Sybil. Put sugar in it.
Sorry, I forgot I'll make you another.
You think you're going to run my business? You can't manage a cup of coffee.
Look, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. What is this, the Nuremberg trials? You want coffee without sugar or not? Yes. Sorry. If you'll pardon me, for someone who's about to venture forth into the great world of fashion designing, I'd say you need a good holiday first. What's the problem?
Sorry, Syb. It's nothing. I'm just bad-tempered. Man trouble, you know?
No, I don't. My man trouble is that there is none. But as for human relationships, don't ask my advice. I didn't even know my ex-husband was gay until he asked the judge for custody of our Ben Bagley records.
Oh, thanks, Syb. Now, that is one thing we're going to have to change. Your name, Sybil. Where did you get that?
Blame my mother. She was frightened by Noel Coward. Hey, you, how many times do I have to tell you this isn't the Leaning Tower of Pizza, so will you keep that wallpaper straight? Does it tell you you're going to meet the man of your dreams?
No, it says opposite sex may bring benefits via mutual interest.
Well, there you are. Swear by the stars. They told me that I was going to meet and marry a tall, dark stranger. And by God, I did. He was tall, he was dark, and was he strange.
Okay, that's it. I got it now. Are you going to Alex's party?
I didn't know any Alex. Besides, Peter and I are going away.
Huh? Where?
Oh, somewhere up the bloody country with large Bruce. Foot-based Joanne.
Does Peter know about you and Bruce?
Well, if we keep seeing them, he's bound to find out.
Why do you keep seeing him?
Because Peter's decided he likes them. He thinks they're a lovely couple. Well, besides, he's got some deal going with Bruce. Quite simple.
You're getting tired of him.
Peter. Well, let's just say the honeymoon's over.
Oh. I thought it was forever.
Yeah, well... Oh, I just can't seem to match him. It was fine at the beginning. Well, I thought it was. Now there's this...
Barrier. Hey, remember this?
Oh, it was my first job.
What's the name of that detergent?
Yes, the soap packet was bigger than my bikini. God, I was gauche. I could barely walk down the catwalk. And all the men leering at me. How did I ever let them talk me into it?
But you were good. You still are. About the best of my book.
Thanks, Dougie. Without you, I wouldn't have made it.
Then you wouldn't have met Peter. Or met him. Have you told me you're about to become a fashion designer?
Uh-huh. He loved it. Loves everything I do. He's so charming it gives you the creeps. And I tell you one thing. If I ever left him, it would be clean, final. No mess.
Well, you'll soon need another string to your bow.
What do you mean?
Chrissy, you know sessions are getting longer now.
Oh, don't you start. Well, why do you think I'm always running late? These. Every day they're harder to disguise, and all the time I know you're there, watching from behind the lens, waiting for the moment when you can't hide them anymore.
Come on.
Sorry.
You do round up.
Yeah, I know. It's everything. I'll be okay, don't worry. Gotta go, my feet. Gotta be a country girl for a few days. Still want me next week?
Yep. Pantyhose.
Wowie!
busy to notice me or you. Right?
What do you want?
Something to eat, hmm?
There are plenty of shops up the road. I suggest you try there.
But I have no money, and I did you a favor. I mean, if it hadn't been for me, you might still be standing there in the car park, getting angry every minute. I bet you're even lovelier when you're angry.
Did anyone ever tell you you can get arrested for molesting a lady?
Now look, who's molesting? All I want is a cup of coffee and some chicken. Look, I'll even earn a keep. You got any wood you want chopped? Any gardening to do around the house? Or the bedroom?
How did you follow me?
Pinch the car.
What car?
The fat car.
You stole the Rolls Royce?
Uh-huh.
You're mad.
Yeah. Mad car thief. And you still fat cars, though. Thin cars are too uncomfortable. Where's hubby? At work? What's he do? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. He's fat and 50, bald, rents this mansion but claims to own it. Plays the stock market, made his fortune with minerals, right?
Wrong.
Okay, another try. He's 48, smooth all over, uses instant tan, and is
Business executive?
business executive, drives a Mercedes, right?
Wrong. Drives a Jag.
How long
How long what?
have you been married?
4 years.
Love him?
Now, I don't see how that's got anything to do with you.
me? You're right. It's got nothing to do with me. But, you don't love him, do you? Shall I tell you why you don't love him? Because there's no such thing as love.
You're wrong. And I think it's time you left.
But then they offered an alternative of $1.25 per share on an ex-bonus basis. Or one crystal share plus $1.15 for each 2 swan shares. That's 20 cents per share increase on the original bid. Now, as you know, Sir Bernard, they cannot buy on the market at a higher price than is bid. Unless they offer that price to the other shareholders. It's nothing more than institutional buying, nothing more.
my dear, that's disturbing. Very. Up until now, all your dreams have augured well. And the stars say, oh, but then perhaps it may not be so bad.
What does it mean?
Well, dreams can be misleading, not like the stars. They are our friends and do influence our lives. Dreams are rather more images of our irrational fears. To be frank, your dream suggests a false love. Quite silly, of course. Best to forget it and concentrate on the stars. Now, I've completed your chart. Your rising sign is Pisces and your sun is in Libra. You love meeting people. In fact, you have a great need of it. But beware that you do not allow their influences to swamp you. I brought you this, my dear. I usually give my clients a small gift. I hope you like it.
Yes, I do. But what about the future? What's going to happen to me?
Oh, my dear, I cannot tell you what the future holds. I could make up some gobbledygook, but it would be just that. All I can tell you is what you are because of your birth. It's up to you to use that information in the best way possible. You must use your intuitive capacity to shape your future.
Dear, I thought I heard your car pull up, but we're getting so much traffic in the street lately, it's hard to tell.
How are you?
Fine. You just caught me. I'll just put this on the line. Granny's had an accident.
An accident? What?
She wet herself. Been in to see Granny?
She's asleep.
You would... They give you cancer. You had a fight.
Who?
You and Peter.
Fight with Peter? Impossible. Wish I could have a fight.
Then what is it?
I don't know.
Things not working out. I knew that.
Oh, don't start that again.
I warned you. His class.
Oh, lay off. That's ridiculous.
You may think it's ridiculous, but there is such a thing as class, no matter what they say about Australia being a classless society. And you just don't fit in with him.
It's just... I've got to play hostess to these decrepit business partners. It's so dull. He knows it's dull. He seems to enjoy it because it is dull. How do you explain that?
You just don't fit with him.
Mrs. Blake? Mrs. Blake? Mrs. Blake? Oh, you little devil. Come here. I'm so scared.
How did you get in?
A credit card will get you in any door.
What have you done with Mrs. Blake?
What have you done with Dr. Mumos?
Where is she?
The freezer. Look in the freezer.
Well, you certainly know how to scare a lady.
A bit town and country, isn't it?
If you say so.
Well, I say so. How much?
Who cares?
Why is it that rich people have no taste?
We're not rich.
And you have no taste either. It's a bad combination. To be rich without taste is forgivable. But poor and without taste...
I didn't say we were poor. I said we weren't rich.
Listen, you're bloody rich. Oh, you may not piss liquid silver and wipe yourself with dollar notes. But you're rich.
Oh, we're going to have a lecture, are we? I thought you might have been original. I was mistaken.
I can be original? Just how original do you want me to be?
As original as you like.
Okay. Original.
Childish.
Right.
Better. Not original, but better. Now that would be original.
Chris?
Stop off anywhere on the way?
No, I was in a hurry to get home for the weekend.
Weekends don't start till Saturday.
Yes, but I've been very busy at the office, and my wife and I haven't had much time to ourselves. I was taking an extra day.
You say you're going away with a Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
Exactly.
Well, have you contacted them?
That's the first thing I did. They hadn't seen her.
You have a very beautiful wife, Mr. Sterling.
Yes.
Do you have any ordinary photographs?
You mean anything other than these fashion photographs? They can be misleading.
Yes, your wife looks different in each one.
She does indeed. There are a few took on a honeymoon, I think, somewhere.
Oh, how long have you been married, Mr. Sterling?
About 4 years. Here they are. It is one.
Oh, yes, that's better. Oh, do you mind if I keep it?
By all means. What do we do now?
Well, we have to find a lead.
And I have a drink, Inspector. Would you join me?
Oh, no, thank you.
Please.
No. Did you say your marriage was a happy one, Mr. Sterling?
I would definitely say so. Why?
Well, sometimes an unhappy marriage, the wife runs off.
I would doubt very much that my wife would do such a thing, Inspector.
Yes, well, it has been known.
True. True. But I'm sure you'll understand, Inspector, that I would prefer not so. But my wife is missing for no reason that I know of. The house is shambles. I would like very much my wife to be found, and to be found very quickly. That is why I called you.
Harry Portman called us at the Casby report. Storm. We gotta make a few more inquiries, and we'll get back to you later.
Car found outside your house has been reported stolen. It's possible Mrs. Sterling disturbed a burglar. It's also possible she has been abducted. I'd like a list of all the friends and acquaintances your wife could be with or could have contacted. Also need to know what her movements would have been during the day.
I remember she had photographic sessions this week.
Piss off. I'm not at home.
Open up. Late's here.
Well, what have you been doing?
Not a bloody thing.
I didn't know you could get arrested for doing this.
All right, I'm coming.
Bloody hell.
Hang on.
Yes?
Mr. Douglas Mitchell?
Yes?
Sergeant Mills. You mind if I come in?
Well, it's late.
It's just after 10, Mr. Mitchell, and I won't take up much of your time.
All right.
I understand you know Mrs. Sterling, Christina Sterling.
Yes?
How long you know?
Oh, a couple of years now. Why, what's wrong?
When did you see her last?
Yesterday morning. What's happened?
Mrs. Sterling is missing.
What do you mean?
Well, just that, missing. Do you have any idea where she might be?
How the hell would I know? Why don't you ask her husband?
Well, her husband doesn't know. He came home tonight, found the house broken into, and his wife was missing.
Burglars?
Could be, except Mr. Sterling claims nothing has been taken. Jewelry is still there, all the money's intact. Tell me more about Mr. Sterling.
What do you want to know?
Oh, whatever you feel is important. Do you know the marriage was unsteady?
Well, I did know that it wasn't exactly roses. At least as far as Chrissy was concerned. But Peter seemed happy. He always seemed amused. Even by things that should have annoyed him.
Uncommonly lucky man.
Hmm.
Well, perhaps that's the problem. Mr. Sterling was happy and his wife wasn't. And it seems they're going to spend the weekend with Mr. Bruce Anderson.
Eh?
Mr. Bruce Anderson.
That was part of the problem.
Oh, what way?
Well, Chrissy and Bruce were old lovers, see, and Peter didn't know about it. Or maybe he did know about it. You never quite know with Peter.
He is smooth, isn't he?
Hmm.
Drink?
You know, I must be crazy to run away with you like this. But you know something? Glad I did. I mean, sure, I'm crazy. I don't even know what your name is. Lucky cat. To have got your tongue.
Have you got new makeup?
My makeup case. Boy, I must really be getting old. I thought I could pick him a mile off. You really had me fooled. Tell me, dear, what colour do you want your bee stung lips?
I want a clown's makeup.
A clown? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm the greatest clown of all time. Will you give me that?
Listen, you want some excitement. Isn't that why you came with me? You want to get out of that rut? Well, we start now. Get yourself made up. You heard me.
Would you mind telling me what the hell is going on?
Simple. We're going to rob a bank.
Look, this is mad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't need money. I've got plenty.
It's not the money we're after, is it? It's the excitement, the thrill.
Yeah, but what if...
What do you mean, but? Now, look, you took off with me because you wanted a kick. You've been stuck in that safe, secure world of yours, and it's been eating you up.
But what if we get caught?
We won't get caught. And if we did, that'd be a kick as well. Now, listen, we are doing it, right? As soon as this old bloke passes, do exactly as I told you, right? Right. Okay, lady, hand over the money. Don't do that, lady, or you'll get hurt.
You never
Shut up. Stay at the door. Don't move or you... Keep them covered.
Stay there.
Quick, someone's coming.
Do you realize what you've done? Well, don't just stand smiling like the village idiot. Why did you have to use that gun? You might have killed someone. Get away, will you? Go off.
Bang!
You know the men I admire most in the world? The dogmen. The men who ride the cranes when they construct these buildings. They hang in the street. So nonchalant. Make it look so easy. I'm terrified in a ladder. They say a private secretary knows better than anyone else in the world. Is that so, Miss Stevens?
One has to know a great deal about the person one works for to enable one to give the best possible service.
Some would say a man's secretary knows him better than his wife.
That is possible.
Do you know Mr. Sterling well?
That's not for me to say. Mr. Sterling and I have known each other for a good many years. Years, in fact.
You would have been with him when he met and married Mrs. Sterling.
Mrs. Sterling, gained some notoriety as a fashion model. Peter... When I've known a person for as long as I have known Mr. Sterling, it is not uncommon for the relationship to be on a first-name basis. Mr. Sterling met his wife at a charity affair, was attracted to her, and proposed marriage. They wed within 2 months of the meeting.
On the surface, it appears they have very little in common.
Mrs. Sterling's background is her own affair.
The background?
What I mean is her upbringing. She didn't have any advantages. Becoming a model allowed her to better herself.
Become a famous fashion model, you doubt, Mr. Sterling?
They would never have met. Peter is attracted to beautiful things. You probably know he's a collector. Occasionally, very occasionally, he will pass over the genuine article for something with a surface attraction, but no intrinsic value.
Pity we lost all that money.
You said yourself he didn't need money.
Could have picked a better photograph.
Enough excitement?
Depends on what you've got to offer.
How would you like to test your husband?
How?
I'll show you.
If you want to see your wife alive again, it will cost you $500,000. I will be in contact. When did you get this?
It arrived this morning. I called you as soon as I opened it.
The postmark appears to be a city one. It doesn't mean much. There's been no word from your wife?
None. Absolutely none. Have you made any headway?
Well, you don't think I'd keep it a secret from you if I had?
Well, Inspector, you might. In my interest. Not reveal everything that... I would understand that very well.
Well, whoever sent you this note will try to contact you. I want to hear from you when they do.
Thank you, Inspector. Goodbye.
Nothing at all?
Listen, I'll be coming into the office anyway. But can you get onto Thompson and check those rates?
Immediately?
Yes.
All right.
Fine. Peter Sterling, eh? Hello? Hello? Who's there? Listen, if you've got something to say, say it. Say it, please. If it's about my wife, I'll do anything. Pay anything you want. Just tell me what to do.
With you in a moment.
Good afternoon from Helen Eager. Farming news summary. Good rains have fallen in the southeast and agricultural area over the weekend. Last week, force winds battered the Esperance region and destroyed the last remaining pasture feed. While wind erosion was being experienced in the area, the rest of Western Australia's agricultural areas had...
Today received a ransom note for the missing model, Mrs. Christina Sterling. Mrs. Sterling vanished from her home 3 days ago. The note demanded a ransom of $500,000 for her safe return. A police spokesman said today that it was highly unlikely that Mrs. Sterling had been kidnapped and the ransom note was a hoax. Police have a check at all airports around the country today after receiving a report that the missing woman was seen entering the international airport in Sydney. A search of the area failed to find her. And that is the end of the news in brief.
And also in the programme a bit later on, Bill Quadling, will be, as Alan Eager just mentioned, about the fact that something like 80% of the crops in the northeast of Victoria are affected by stunted growth, which is due to chlorosis.
What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack?
Something like that.
Is he up? Didn't pay. So I'm not worth it. I wonder how he'd react if his precious opal were in danger.
Opal? What opal?
Don't you know about it? Well, no reason for you to know, I suppose. He is the proud owner of the Empress of Glengarry, which is this pretty large opal. Largest black opal ever, I think.
Well, what's it worth?
Upwards of $1 million.
Your price just went up.
What's this? Another thrill?
That depends.
On what? The cake? You're gonna rape me?
It's an idea.
Bastard! Let me go!
All good time. All in good time.
Try to have the auxiliary power turned on as soon as possible. It's most inconvenient. We cannot conduct our affairs with only candlelight to work by. Yes, but... All right. But please, do the best you can.
A courier just brought this for Mr. Sterling, Miss Stevens.
Who sent it?
I don't know, Miss Stevens. He didn't say.
Well, didn't you ask?
No, Miss Stevens.
Stupid girl.
June, how much longer before they restore the power? I'm going blind trying to write by this light.
It should be on soon. Peter, this just came by courier.
What is it?
It's a wig box.
Not at all. Let's open it. Inflation has caught up with me. 500,000 inadequate. I now require the Empress of Glengarry opal. How does he know about that?
I don't know.
For the return of your wife. Bring the opal tonight to small shop in Main Street, Diamond Hill. Come alone. Do not inform police, or else next time, it will be her head. He's going too far.
Yes, he is.
Wait for me in your flat. I'll call you as soon as I can. And wish me luck.
Good luck.
Police.
You don't want to know that.
Oh, yes, I do. Shall I tell you what will happen? You will be caught and locked up because you're mad.
That's what they said at the asylum. There was one old guy there who thought that everyone else was God, and that he was the only person who wasn't. Boy, did he have a guilt complex. You know, he used to stand in front of the showers each morning us as we washed, stark naked and reciting the Lord's Prayer. There was another man, a big giant, strong as an ox. He used to stroke and pet some of the young boys. One night he smuggled one of them into his cell, and when they found him the next morning, it was too late. The giant had eaten him.
Making it all up, you filthy bastard! If you bring it to me, what happens to me?
I might have to eat you. I expect to be away for about an hour. If everything goes well, I'll be back with your husband and the opal. If it doesn't go well, I won't be back.
Hello.
Hello. All right, let's move.
Aren't you taking this a bit far?
I said, move.
Which way? Don't put your foot there. Hmm?
Poor darling. Come. Are you all right?
Leave her alone.
The gun again. Now look, you've got the opal. You can go now.
It's only a toy.
Toy?
Right. A toy.
Well, we both got what we wanted.
Did we?
Oh, it depends how you look at it. I mean, I got the opal. You got your kicks. Fair exchange.
Depends on what happens now.
Look, go. You're safe now.
Safe. I don't want to be safe. You keep away from me. It's over.
Chris, you're my wife. Our marriage.
Marriage? There's no marriage there anymore. I ran away with that man. Ran away. I wasn't kidnapped. I did it of my own free will, and I'm going with him.
Are you trying to shoot me? With a toy? It wasn't a toy.
You know I have to kill you.
Exchange. Can I have Melbourne 6999749, please?
I'll call you back.
Thank you.
Hello?
It's me.
Did it work?
She thinks she killed me.
Where is she now?
With him. What do you think? Now, your choice of the boy was certainly right casting. It worked like a charm.
Has he got the opal? Yes. The right one?
Yes, the phony one. We were brilliant. Concept, execution. Absolutely brilliant. Incidentally, my dying scene was a thing of beauty. Just life itself. I felt like Marlon Brando. Now listen. He's taken my car. I'll go to the station and catch the train back. I should be back in the city in about 2 hours. I shall go straight to your place. Darling, I love you. And darling, I want you to know that you
strategic point. By the way...
When do you want to get married? Hello? Darling? What's the matter with the stupid bitch?
Get out. First train to the city should be going through soon. You won't have to wait long.
But I'm coming with you.
No, you're not. You're going back. You don't honestly think I want you with me, do you? I got paid for what I had to do. Here, your fare.
Yes, mate.
One single fare to the city.
There you go.
Thank you.
$1 million, lady. $1 million. More.
Maybe less. Certainly less.
Less?
What you have there is worth a couple of $1,000. It's really only the face of the opal.
Face?
Peter had experts remove the face of the real opal and attach a stone of little value to the back of it. For all intents and purposes, it's the real Empress of Glengarry, but only worth a few $1,000s. Peter's intention was to cut this real opal into smaller stones and sell it off, while seeming to retain the Empress intact.
But why?
Collateral. He could raise money any time on the opal, even float a company. Now I think I'll join you.
We'll miss our plane.
There's still time. 12 years I wasted on Peter Sterling, and he married her. I loved him, but he married her. And then when it turned out she wasn't quality, when he realized he'd bought a fake, he came back to me, expecting me to forgive him. Well, now he's got her. And I've got the opal. And you. First stop Athens, then Rome, London, New York. The opal. Where's the opal? It's in the water.
It'll clean it.
Get it out of the water. It'll be ruined.
Ruined.
It has a flaw, a fracture. Sudden movement could shatter it.
So, we'll have a lot of little opals, huh?
You fool! It's irreplaceable. That turbulence could break it up. It'll be worthless. Get it out of the water, quick! Hurry! Do something! Hurry up! Get it out! It'll be worthless! Oh, no. You won't reconsider?
Look, the deal was I'd stay on with you until the money ran out. This fake won't take me far.
Today at 1, Logan family meet to discuss declaring their father legally dead, and the plot thickens between Clark and Margot. The Bold and the Beautiful in your living room today at 1 on 10. Right now, it's time for the new Three Stooges.